What's up, fans of Liberty v. Justice? My name is Evan Carmichael. I am an entrepreneur, an author, a YouTuber. I'm on a mission to solve the world's biggest problem, which I believe to be untapped human potential. I think everybody has Michael Jordan level talent at something, and I want you to find it, embrace it, and use it to make a difference. I hope you enjoy this interview that I did with Liberty. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Thank you, and enjoy the interview. Awesome to be here. Looking forward to another good discussion.
Yes, excited. I'm so excited. Oh man, that's okay. So we previously met Evan at Inner Circle with Lewis House. That's my boy. He's my homie. Love him. And so yeah. But we've been sending videos back and forth on Twitter too. Yeah. Okay. I really appreciate that. I really do. That is awesome. Can I tell you something real quick?
Hit me.
Well, this is kind of like really personal, but I want you to know I really appreciate you, Evan, because back in 2017, on December 23rd, I was in Erie, Pennsylvania, visiting my family, and and I didn't know it at the time, but well, I already was talking to Lewis, and I was reaching out to people like you. Well, anyway, I had 9 years clean and sober that day. And that was the day that my grandma died. And you guys have been the real source of strength for me through all this. It's been the hardest times of my life, and I really appreciate you for being here for me.
Nice. Well, I'm sure she'd be proud of all the work you're doing too.
Yeah, I know she would. Thank you, Evan. Thank you. Really appreciate you. Okay. So we want to know, everybody that's watching right now, whether it's Inner Circle with Lewis or whoever's watching me right now and watching you, they want to know, I'm sure your fans are going to come over here too. They want to know, how did you get your first brand deal? You said something about how you created something and it made it look like you were already getting deals. I can't remember but we'd like you to explain that, please.
Yeah. So that was advice that I had for people who haven't had brand deals yet. You can make something that looks like you already have some, just to showcase what a demo could look like. For me, I got a brand deal before brand deals were even a thing. Like I started YouTube a while ago. YouTube was I never tried to be YouTube famous, and when I started, like, influencers wasn't a thing and brand deals wasn't a thing, right? So I got my first brand deal. I want to say it was at 30 or 40,000 subscribers, and a local telecom company like the Verizon of Canada asked me to come and interview a general in the army that was presenting at their event. I think they paid me $500 or something. Maybe it was more. I don't remember. And I said, sure, like, to get linked up from a big telco, to put that on my, my list of companies that I've worked with would be great. So what I recommend, though, is understand that at these big companies, there are people whose job it is to find influencers. Influencer marketing is now well established. And at every large corporation, there's somebody in charge of influencer marketing there. Every big company is now starting to do it. And so you have two options. You either do sales or you do marketing. Sales is you're calling on everybody. You're going to the conferences, you're going to the trade shows, you're using LinkedIn, you're finding names, you're emailing people, you're working your connections to try to find out who is the marketing manager who handles influencers at Coca-Cola and Nike and like whatever company you're trying to get in. I'm not good at that. I don't enjoy that process. Sales is not my forte. So I do it through marketing, and with marketing, it's standing out. So being the person in your industry. So if you want to target entrepreneurs, my channel stands out. If you're trying to target, beauty supplies, mine doesn't. And so are you known well enough in your industry so that people will reach out to you? And so I recommend not going after a huge industry at the beginning. Start niche, that you are known as the expert for that, and then you can start branching out. So it doesn't have to take you, like, it took me 30,000 or so to have my first brand deal in terms of subscribers, but that was years ago. It's so much easier to get a brand deal now if it's because brands are marketing. Brands want to do this. There's people whose job it is to reach out and find influencers. That didn't exist when I
Wow.
first got started. Every
Wow.
major company is looking at doing brand deals with influencers. So
Wow.
either you're not doing a good enough job in selling to them and finding who they are and reaching out, or if you're
Yeah.
taking the marketing approach, you're not seen as an expert, as the go-to person in your space. And
Mhm.
so either model can work. I choose marketing over sales,
Yeah.
but it's never been easier to stand out and win brand deals over.
Can you repeat that last part? I didn't hear you.
It's
It's
never been
easier.
easier to stand out and win brand deals over.
Oh, okay. Wow. I really thank you for saying that, Evan, because that means a lot. I mean, I don't like to do that selling stuff either. I would rather do marketing if I could. And yeah, I was going to say something. You said so much. I wanted to say something. You reminded me of something that you mentioned it in Inner Circle in our training, but it slips my mind right now.
Okay.
But that's a lot. I'll remember. I'll email you. I'll email you about it. But that's a lot of good stuff there. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. And can I mention something to you that you said on one of your episodes that was really cool?
Sure.
I don't know when it was. I think it was a newer one, but you were talking about Jim Rohn. Remember Jim Rohn? Uh, what I love about you is you just keep it so real. Yeah, because you were saying that they want to sell cassette tapes or something, and it's like great. I mean, I love Jim Rohn, and the thing that you say something like you believe and all that stuff, and Sandra sent me something at the bottom. I can't remember who said it. Winston Churchill or somebody. Just believe and you're halfway there. And that's true because most people don't believe, and that's why they don't get started. And they don't believe they're worthy. That's why my company's called I Am Worth It Incorporated. But Jim Rohn said, if you want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. And that's my favorite. Yeah, you know that one, right?
It's a good quote.
Yeah. So my grandma used to say that all the time. My grandma wasn't very wealthy financially, but she never went without, Evan. The thing about my grandma is she saved, she planned things out. And I mean, she was the head of our family. She was divorced for many years before my grandfather even died. He was not really, you know what I mean? But my grandmother took care of us financially, you know. And can I tell you a little bit about my journey and about my grandma and what she did?
Sure. However I can help.
My grandma, she said, she gave me incentive. She said, if you quit smoking, I will take you on a cruise. She said, you have to quit for 1 year. And so I quit, and it was like a $700 cruise package. We went to the Eastern Caribbean. I started when I came back, but the guilt killed me. So I finally quit. It's been 11 years now. So I really want to help people to be healthy. So do you know anything like, or any people that you could point me to, at least their YouTube channels besides Lewis, that would teach me more about health and how I could do that on my channel, and to attract more people and brand deals and other influencers, people that we could work together on all this stuff.
So I'm not super deep into the health stuff, but I would, like, if you love Lewis's channel, I would look at all the guests he's had on that had health topics, because he's had a lot of people on his channel talking about health. Just see the ones that you resonate with and then
Right.
dive down their world. A lot of the people who've been on his channel also have their own channel or their own books and their own content. And so I would watch every Lewis Howes video, if you love Lewis, with that's health related, and then see the two or three people that whose message means the most to you, and then dive into their world and explore all their content.
Right. I have a question. Do you know? I can't remember if you did an actual live interview. I think you did top 10 of Brendan Burchard.
Yep.
Well, but do you know him personally, or did you just do the video thing of him?
So we've worked with Brendan's team on stuff. We haven't connected. Like, I haven't met Brendan face to face.
Okay. I went to his, and the reason I'm asking because I prayed about this and I asked God, right when my grandma died, I really got busy with all this researching and reaching out to people. And he was one of the people, like, he really never really talked to me too much online. But I sent an email to his team and I said, I want to help. I found him on, because I want to get my first book published through Hay House, and he's published through them. So anyway, I reached out and I said, oh, look at this. I can volunteer in Pasadena. So I was going to do that. But hey, praise the Lord. Instead I got something much better because, well, I don't want to say praise the Lord for fires. Everybody's okay, but he had a fire in his hometown, and so I got to go to High Performance Academy in 2017, and he said we were the best class ever. So that's what I asked you because I love him too. He is really, just like you, he's a family man, and his story, but what really resonated with me about his story was he said he really had, same as me, like you and Brendan and I all have the same kind of, although it's just a different family, my mom, my brother, sister, all them. But he said that he stepped up and started working harder and started earning money when he saw his lady Denise laying on a pile of bills, exhausted, and that was like, oh, yeah. So yeah, that's why I was asking. Okay.
Yeah, it's a great story, and he turned that into writing his first book, and then it spiraled from there. It was awesome.
Yeah, Life's Golden Ticket. Have you read that? Have you read his books?
No, I'm not super into. I don't read a ton of books. I consume most of my content through video.
Okay, yeah, I remember you saying that, but I mean, you're an author too. Yeah. Okay. These days we don't have that kind of time, right?
Yeah. I think it's understanding your learning style.
Yeah.
Some people learn better from books. Some people learn better from listening to podcasts. Some people learn better from video. And the great thing is there's so many options now that you can pick the one that works for you. Like Lewis, I've never listened to his podcast ever. But
really?
I've watched his videos, like the video version of it. Because I like the video better than the audio. But
yeah,
I've never consumed a full podcast in podcast. Like I don't have the app, nothing. I've never consumed a full podcast. Learning through hearing is the worst for me.
Yeah. Why do you say that?
Just figure out your style and plan for it. Plan around it.
Right. Why is hearing the worst? Why do you say that?
I think people just have different. We just have different learning styles. Auditory is the worst for me. I'm a visual person.
Yeah. Okay. So it's easier for you to focus if you're actually looking at it.
Yeah, like this interview would be a lot harder for me if I didn't see you. If it's just audio only, I'd have to focus a lot harder.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah,
but everybody has their preference, so figure out what your preference is and then play to it.
Yeah, I feel the same way too. I mean, I love to read, but it's much easier if I have a person in front of me and I'm focusing, looking at, even if it's just Lewis on his videos or you on your videos, I can look at the person and focus on them and what they're saying and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do you ever plan on making any movies?
I don't know. It's not on my radar, but I don't write it off either. I also never thought I'd write a book, and I've written two, so maybe. It's really about what's the story that I would want to tell in a movie format. What would I want to do for 2 hours that would make sense in like a YouTube format? So I don't have that idea yet, but if it came, then I'm open to it.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Okay. Well, I was thinking also, they have a lot of the YouTube Red things, the series and stuff. Did you ever think about that? Because I don't think it has to be fiction. It could be something like this, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm drowning in opportunities. That's my problem. I have too many opportunities. So, and as entrepreneurs, we have a list of 1,000 ideas that we want to get done. Right? And so it's always about focusing and keeping on track with the projects that we have. And so I'm super fortunate that I'm very excited about what I'm working on right now. And so making a movie or YouTube special series is not really interesting for me at the moment, but who knows? Like in 3 months, that might be totally different. And then I'm all in on making a movie. You never know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, well, tell us about so this is your book, Top 10 Rules for Success. I knew nothing.
One of them.
Wow, I didn't know anything. I knew about your one word. I haven't read either of them. Tell us about the new one, please, Evan.
Yeah, so that one is basically I took the 40 people who had the most popular videos on my channel, the top 10 rules, and then put all of their rules together in one book. So it's 40 times 10 rules, so it's 400 rules. And then also looked at what was the most common rules from those 40 people. So from all these people who've done amazing things, one is interesting to see what different people think about success. So you've got you know, you've got hardcore entrepreneurs like Mark Cuban and Richard Branson, but then you've also got the Dalai Lama and Wayne Dyer and Oprah. So
Yeah.
like all sorts of different kinds of people,
Love
which is
them.
interesting. And then at the beginning of so there's the 400 rules, and then there's the beginning is the 10 most common rules that keep coming up over and over and over and over and over again. And the intent with the book is not to read it like a book. The intent is to every day read just one page of the book. And
Oh.
that's how you start your day. So it takes 2 minutes
Yeah.
to read one page, but every day you're injecting somebody's success mindset into your own to then help you get the motivation to go off and do something amazing
Yes.
in your life today.
Exactly. The man is he's brilliant. Thank you. That is a great idea. Yeah, because I don't have time to sit down and read a whole book. What's your excuse now? Read 2 minutes a day. I love it. I love it. No excuses. Read the book. Read the book. And you'll send links, right? So I can put links so you can get the book, right? Because I tried looking for it on your website, and that's when I found it. And I got this idea to do the interview. But I'm gonna put that because I had some of your stuff. I put some stuff about you on my channel. But I was gonna put your link to your one word, and I couldn't find it on your thing. But thank God I found this instead. So we'll get all your stuff, right?
Yeah, and probably like easiest one is it's just Amazon.
Okay.
Everything's on Amazon.
Yeah, I found it. But you're not self-published, right? Are you?
Your one word is not self-published. The top 10 rules is self-published. So I got both views on both sides of the spectrum. Which one works? Different circumstances. So
Okay.
I wanted to taste both sides. So,
Yeah.
but they're both available on Amazon.
Wow. Okay, that's amazing. That's awesome. Those little, those little books like I have it. I think I have it right here. Yeah. Lewis's book, the Millionaire Morning. Have you done something like this?
Nope. The only two that I have are these two right here.
Okay. I just want to make sure, but do you think that you would be open to doing something like that too?
That's the same thing as the TV question. I'm open to everything, but I have to pick my priorities.
Yeah.
Right now, it's nowhere near the top of my list. But in 3 months, who knows? Something might change, and I just decide this is what I need to do right now, and then I'll follow that flow.
Yeah, that's cool. Follow the flow. I like that. The 2 F's. Lewis, he's the king of alliteration. That's how all smart people like us. I'm trying to get like 5 in a row. But this is what I was thinking. Do you think this would go over well for I'm Worth It? Like, I could make a small book like this because it's only 40 pages, but it's also got like, you got to do your homework in here, right? School of Greatness. You got to write, your own answers, like, how much money do I want to make this year? Stuff like that. And do you think that would be a good idea for me?
The most important thing is that you need to feel that that's the best execution. You need to feel like you would use this yourself. So, I never thought I wanted to write a book. I told my agent, I never want to write a book. I don't think I need a book. But when I started coming up with the your one word concept, I just felt the format fit better in a book than a series of videos. So that's why I wrote the first book. For the top 10 rules, I thought if somebody could read one page a day and this is sitting next to your bedside or in your bathroom or whatever, and then you just open it when you wake up and read one page, I think that's what I do, and I think it works. And so the next one I was thinking about was around habits, but you know what? I didn't think a book actually fit the best format. And so it's just you thinking, what is actually going to help people? What would you actually use? And then whatever format that works best in, whether it's a book, an e-course, a mastermind, a YouTube video series, whatever you think will actually help move the needle for people, that's what you need to do. Every business model can work, but it doesn't mean that's going to work for you. You have to feel that the book is the single best way for people to get your message. Mm-hmm. Right. And that by reading the book, it'll make a huge impact compared to watching videos or listening to interviews or starting a podcast or doing network marketing or any other business model. Every model can work. It may not all work for you and for this idea.
Right. Well, what I think is that, when I was overweight, I lost 200 pounds. I don't know if you knew that, but one thing I did was Weight Watchers. Okay. I hated it, but the good thing was that we had something right here and we could write down everything that we were eating that day, and you're like, it's basically because you hold yourself accountable like that, and that's why I say, like, with your habits book, I think you should do it too. We all should be doing that. I mean, Brendan Burchard, that's what his high performance, that's what his book is about. It's about how it's huge. It's so heavy, but he has a workbook that goes along with it. You can download that online. And I think, I could do the ebook format, but I would love to have something like this, like Lewis did, make it something like pay shipping. You know what I mean? Because it would be really good. People always want to know how I lost weight. And I'm like, I don't have time to stand here and tell every person, So I think that would really be a great thing if people really, it's not about losing weight though. It's about being healthy, I'm sorry, you were going to say something.
No, you just have to decide if that's the best. If you want to move people to being healthy, what's the best way to do it? If the book is the best way to do it, or a workbook, or a weekly call with you, or whatever you think is going to help people the most, that's the thing that you need to do. And try to think back to when you were like, how did you lose that weight, or how do you want to stay healthy? What would help you? What's part of your story? And then go do that thing for other people. So if you love learning from books and you think this is going to really work, then do it. Make the book. But if you think people need more one-on-one attention, or they need to talk to somebody, or they need to support, then create a support group. Create a like Alcoholics Anonymous, but for people who are doing this, right? Like all these business models can work. It's just which one do you think is going to work best based off of the need, and then go off and do it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I had another question about, this is something really kind of, it's on the same topic as health. I noticed that you wear those, I don't know what they're called, those, you call them 5-finger shoes or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, are those good for running though? Do you run?
They're meant as a running shoe. They got popular because some famous distance runner used them for his races.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was thinking about getting a pair of those. If you would send us, for not just for me, but for everybody that's watching, wants to be healthy. I'm a runner, and I would like to use the pair that Evan Carmichael uses. So could you send us a link to the ones that you buy, please?
Yeah, it's just called Vibram. So you can go Vibram and you can pick the style. And for all of that, it's just like, go test it. Go see. Like, go try on a pair and see if it's comfortable, and see if it fits, and see if you like it. I think people spend a lot of time, just keep staying in planning mode and thinking mode.
Yeah, and you're not executing.
Just go try it. Just go to a shoe store that sells them and try them on and see if you like it. And run around the store, and if you like them, then buy them, right?
Yeah, I do that at the Nike store. I hope Nike makes a pair soon. Yeah, well, that's cool. Yeah, I really appreciate you, Evan. And how's Nina and Hayden?
They're good. No complaints. Summer's here, having fun.
I love that. I always love that little picture of Dad in the background and you and Nina there. That's amazing. Yeah, that's cool. Give them hugs for me.
I will.
What's the name of your dog?
I've got two, Timo and Tristana.
Yeah, Timo and what?
Tristana.
Tristana? Yeah. How'd you come up with those names?
They're characters in a video game that I play.
What is it? What game?
It's League of Legends.
Oh, see, people always talk, I never played that. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. All right. That's amazing. When is your birthday?
My birthday is May. I'm just looking at the time because I know we gotta wrap up soon. But my birthday is May 20. So I am what is that? I'm not a Gemini, and the one before it.
I don't know that. No, I was just asking. I want to know how old you are.
Oh, I'm 38.
Oh, I knew you were younger than me. I'll be 40 this year, November 7th. Well, yeah, thank you, Evan. So I guess that's our time is up, right? Okay. I don't know how to end this, though. You'll end it, right?
I can end it. And thank you for the love, and thank you for the energy you're putting out, and all the positivity and optimism. And I'm excited to see your dream business happen for you.
It's going to happen. Thank you so much, Evan. I appreciate you. Love you.
Okay.
Believe.
Believe. Bye.
Thank you.
Like, comment, subscribe. Sharing is caring on all your social media. You are worth it.